I think it's so important just to know the why of why you're waiting. And for me, I did not wait, and my husband did. And I wish that I would have, because my 17-year-old self didn't know that I would meet this amazing man of God who had waited for me. And, I was just living for selfish desires and stuff like that. And what I wish I would have known, although I wasn't a Christian at the time, that you have a good and loving father who knit you together, who invented the hormones of oxytocin and dopamine and serotonin and vasopressin and all these hormones that bond us to the other person, right? And I didn't know that that would create such a bond. First of all, I didn't trust that God was so smart and invented all of this stuff. I didn't understand that He created this gift of sex not just for kicks and giggles, not because He wanted to take away my fun if I, didn't have it before marriage, but because He knew how much it would bond, and He knew the pain when I had to walk away from a sexually active relationship if it didn't work out in the end. He's a good and loving father, and He can be trusted. I wish I would have understood all of that. And that is what I like to tell singles and young people, that I don't think your standards are too high at all. I believe that this should be a conversation especially had by Christians, a conversation that, first of all, knowing your why, not just saying, I want to wait for marriage because my mama said so or whatever, like understanding why and being able to bring it up sooner than later. I had a friend, she said that she would bring it up like date one or date two. She would bring it up at church, say, oh, where do you go to church? And they would say wherever. She'd go, oh, cool. Yeah, I go to so-and-so. Actually, my faith is really important to me. I'm waiting for marriage. She would just say it. As someone else alluded to earlier, sometimes I'm afraid I'll scare people away. Yeah, well, you might. You might scare the bad ones away, but the good ones are going to be like, wow, I'm glad that she brought that up because that's important to me too. And I also have very strong feelings that this should be both of your decision. Oftentimes it is put on the woman of like, I want to wait for marriage. And the guy says, I respect your decision to wait. Men, we know that, studies show us that you're driven more by physical, that, you have maybe a stronger sexual desire, but women have sexual desires too. Okay. And we need to be on the same page. This needs to be not just, I respect your decision to wait. This needs to be, I'm on the same page with you. I want to fight the good fight with you. Listen, if you are sexually attracted to the person you date, this is a good thing. This means your hormones are working. This means you think that they are hot. These are all very good things in a marriage. We want these things, right? And for easy math, if you were married when you were 30 and you lived till you were 100, you have 70 years to enjoy each other. And I hope that you do. And I hope that you have very strong sexual attraction. Okay. But when you were dating, you were still figuring each other out. You were also a test of obedience. You were saying, is my God good? Can He be trusted? And if so, did He reserve this gift of sex to have under this oath, under this contract of, before man and God and my mama and my grandma, I pledge to this person for the rest of my life? And if that is so, then I need you, boy and girl, to be on the same page of you and me together. We are going to reserve this gift of sex for marriage, because like a fire in my fireplace, it is a good thing. Right here in my office in the middle of the floor, it is a very destructive thing. And so understanding this idea that God created for us and communicating that to your partner is so important.